When we meet with buyers for a buyer consultation, one of the items we always want to cover is when during the transaction does the buyer give money. First time the buyer gives money is something called earnest money. Earnest money is given at the time that we go under contract, or maybe a day or two following the time we go under contract, depending on the terms. Earnest money is typically about 1% of the sales price of the home. So if it's a $150,000 home, probably the seller would want to see anywhere between $1,000 and $1,500 worth of earnest money. If it's a $400,000 home, we'd like to see about $4,000 of earnest money that the buyer would be presenting. The earnest money is cashed. It's cashed by the holder. The holder of the earnest money is typically either the closing attorney, a real estate broker, whether it's the buyer's broker or the seller's broker. One of those three individuals would hold the earnest money. As I mentioned, it is cashed, and that money is held in a specific trust account by the holder. And then when closing happens, it goes as a credit to the buyer in their down payment. The second time that the buyer gives money in the transaction would be during a home inspection. It's the buyer's choice if they want to provide and do a home inspection. If they do so, they would be paying money for the home inspection directly to the home inspectors. A home inspection cost ranges. What we're seeing right now in West Metro Atlanta ranges anywhere from $450 up to about $700, depending on if you're doing a standard inspection, a structural inspection, if you're considering other add-ons like termite and radon inspections. If a property's on a septic tank, you may want to consider a septic inspection. If it's got a pool inspection. Following that main inspection and paying the monies to those individuals, if you choose to do further investigative work on a property and calling in specialists like a structural engineer, an HVAC technician, or a plumber, some of those individuals may require monies directly paid to them for their investigative work on your potential home. Those are the two times that you will give money prior to closing on the home: the earnest money and any money due towards inspectors for their services rendered. The next time a property may be required for you to give money towards it would be during the appraisal. Many lenders do ask that you prepay that appraisal, and it can usually be given on a credit card or directly via check. However, that lender requires that appraisal to be paid for. Appraisal cost and what we're seeing right now are about $450 to $500 range. Following these amounts, the next time that you will give money in the transaction is when you're wiring in your down payment funds and any other dollars you're putting towards the house, maybe towards your closing cost. And your lender will partner with us and help you work towards identifying exactly what those amounts will be for your new home.